As I'm confused, old man, forgive me that I forget the interview between Lady Bracknell and Jack. Now we are at the country.
My photographer, he grows more interesting hourly. But now that I know you are smart, I wish you were just a little older than you seem to be. May I speak candid with you?
If you have something to say, say it.
Well, to be honest, I wish you were fully 42, or more than usually plain for your age. Ernest is a strong man and the very soul of truth and honor.
I beg your pardon, but did you say Ernest?
I did.
Oh, but it is not Mr. Earnest-Part who is my guardian. It is his elder brother.
He never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
Oh, I'm sorry to say they haven't been on good terms for a long time.
The subject of speaking about their brothers is distasteful for most men. But are you sure that it is not Mr. Ernest Worthy, Monsieur Guardian?
Quite sure. In fact, I'm going to marry him.
I beg your pardon.
Dear Gwendolen, there's no reason why I should a secret out of the fact that I and Ernest are going to be married next week.
There must be some slight error, because Ernest is my husband.
10 minutes ago, he proposed to me.
It is strange, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30. I'm sorry for you, but I have the prior claim.
I really don't want to see you suffering, Gwendolen, but I think he changed his mind after he proposed to you.
If the poor fellow gets tricked, I will help him with a firm hand.
Whatever unfortunate involvement my dear boy got into, I will never reproach him with it after marriage.
Do you think I'm a backstabber? This is bold. We should play with open cards.
Do you suggest that I treat him as a prisoner? How dare you? This is no time for love.
When I see a spade, I call it a spade. Our social spheres are different.
Merryman?
So I'll have the tea here, miss.
Yeah, as usual. Thank you.
Are there many interesting rocks in the vicinity, Miss Cardew?
Oh, yes, many. From the top of one hill, quite close, one can see 5 countries.
5? I do not like that. I hate crowds.
Oh, I suppose this is why I live in town.
Oh, like a garden?
Glad you like it.
Are there any flowers?
Flowers are as common in the country as people are in London.
I cannot understand how anybody can exist in the country. It always bores me to death.
Oh, the newspaper calls it agricultural depression. The aristocracy is suffering from it currently. Tea?
Yes, thank you, horrible girl. But I really want tea.
Sugar?
Sugar is old-fashioned.
Cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter. Cake is rarely seen at the best houses nowadays.
Hand this to Miss Fairfax.
There is sugar in my tea, and you have given me cake. I asked for bread and butter. I warn you, Miss Cardew, you may go too far.
To save my poor innocent trusting boy from the evil plans will never go. There are no limits for me.
From the moment I saw you, I distrusted you. I felt that you are false and deceitful, and my first impressions of people are never wrong.
It seems to me, Miss Fairfax, I'm stealing your time. You have not had other neighbors to visit.
Ernest, my own Ernest.
Gwendolen, darling.
A moment. May I ask you if you are going to marry her?
Of course not. Why do you rack your brain about that?
Thank you. You may?
I knew there must be some misunderstanding. This is not Mr. Ernest Worthy. This is my guardian.
What's his name?
This is Jack.
Jack? Oh.
Here's Ernest.
Where?
Ernest!
My own love.
A moment, please. May I ask you, are you going to marry this young lady?
Of course not. Why are you breaking your little head about it?
Thank you.
There's some misunderstanding. This is my cousin, Mr. Algernon Moncrief.
Algernon Moncrief? Oh! Are you called Algernon?
I cannot deny it.
Is your name really Jack?
I could deny anything if I like, but I cannot deny it. My name is really Jack. It has been Jack for years.
A terrible lie has been
My
told.
poor wanted Cecily.
My sweet round Gwendolyn.
We can call me sister if you want to.
But there's just one thing I want to ask my guardian.
Mr. Worthing, there's just one question we'd like to ask you. Where's your brother Ernest? We are both engaged to be married with your brother Ernest, so we have to know where he is now.
Gwendolyn, Cecily, it's very painful to speak the truth. It's the first time in my life I'm in such a painful position, and I have no experience doing anything of the kind. However, there is no brother Ernest. I never had a brother, and I certainly have no idea how it feels to have one in the future.
No brother at all?
None?
Not a brother of any kind?
No, never of any kind.
Let us go into the house. They will hardly venture to come there after us.
No, men are so cowardly, aren't they?
And this horrible state of things is what you call bumbering, I suppose?
Yes, and a perfectly wonderful bunbury it is. The most wonderful bunbury I've ever had in my life.
Well, you have no right whatsoever to Bunbury here.
Oh, that's absurd. One has a right to Bunbury anywhere one chooses. Every serious Bunburyist knows that.
Serious Bunburyist?
Well, one has to be serious about something if one wants to have any amusement in life. I happen to be serious about Bunbury. What on earth you are serious about, I haven't got the remotest idea. About everything, I should fancy. You have such an absolutely trivial nature.
The only satisfaction I have is that your friend Bunbury is quite exploded, and you won't be able to run down to the town quite so often as you used to do.
And you won't be able to escape to London quite so frequently.
Your behavior towards Miss Cardiff was unacceptable, to say nothing of the fact that she is my ward.
There's also no possible excuse for you deceiving Miss Fairfax, not to mention the fact that she's my cousin.
I love Gwendolyn. I want to marry her.
Well, I adore Cecily. I just want to marry her too.
No, I do not agree. How can you sit in this situation and eat muffins?
It is the only way to eat them.
I say it is perfectly heartless to eat them at all, under such circumstances.
If I'm in trouble, eating is the only thing that consoles me. In fact, if I'm in really big trouble, I refuse anything except food and drink. Besides, I'm particularly fond of muffins.
Well, I cannot see a reason why you should eat them at all, in that very manner.
I wish you would have tea cake instead. I hate tea cake.
Good heavens, a man should be allowed to eat his own muffins in his own garden.
But you just said it was perfectly heartless to eat them.
To eat them under such circumstances, that's a completely different thing.
That may be, but the muffins are the same.
Algie, I don't want you here. Please go.
You can't possibly ask me to leave without having some dinner. I never leave without my dinner. Nobody does. Except for vegetarians and people like that. Besides, Dr. Chesterfield is going to christen me under the name of Ernest at 6:15.
That's nonsense. Dr. Chesterfield is going to christen me at 5:30. Gwendolyn wished for it, and I have the right to be christened, and you already have been christened.
Yes, but I have not been christened for years.
Important is that you are christened.
Quite so. So I know my constitution will handle it. I'm not sure if you will survive christening. Remember, your brother almost died of a severe chill in Paris.
You said it was not hereditary.
It used to be, I know. But I dare say it is now. Science is always making such wonderful improvement in things.
You're always talking nonsense, Algernon.
Jack, you got the muffins again. I wish you wouldn't.
I hate tea cake.
Why on earth then do you serve it up for your guests? What ideas you have of hospitality?
Algernon, I don't want you here. I would be pleased you would go.
I haven't quite finished my tea yet. And there's still one muffin left.